Welcome back to Persona 5 Royal, where I finally remembered to give Makoto that gun I just made for her. There we go. Last time, we cleaned out the slots area of the palace, and this time things are gonna get a little weird, but bear with me. So I have bugs equipped again, and I'm using the same party I did last time because we're about to fight something that has no weaknesses, but is vulnerable to shock, I think. So once we buy the member card and then head to the elevator, something's gonna happen.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness, we're poor again. I hope I was able to contribute in some meaningful way. Well, I mean, you contributed pretty well in the dice area, I'll say. But yeah, as you can see, there's a mini-boss now.
I see.
Thankfully, they do give you a chance to save before this.
We merely followed your rules.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you think cheating is fine, then we're allowed to do it too. Judge rules, no violation.
It appears both the Sai-san of the real world and that of this world are at their wits' end.
I think our guests will be leaving now.
You're the only one who's gonna be leaving, Black Suit.
Things would have been so much simpler if we could do this from the start.
Yeah, it's time for Norn, and I'm still really surprised Atlas has not made an officially licensed Norn clock.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything.
Final Assessor is such a cool name for this thing, though. Also, hey, we can actually see the back of Norn, which is not common, so yeah. I have seen a few fans trying to make Norn clocks, and there are some pretty impressive ones. I just noticed that its clock is stuck, though. Actually, wait.
The opponent is strong. Don't
It's
do
stuck at
anything
just
reckless.
past 4 o'clock. Wait a minute, is that thing stuck at like, it's not quite 4 minutes past 4, but yeah, I wonder if that's a reference to like the Japanese thing of 4 equals death. But anyway, Final Assessor, you do have shock boost.
There. It's fine.
Oh right, yeah, you actually repel electricity. I am...
This enemy is tough, and electric attacks won't work on it.
Well, okay, right, that's it. This is the last time I'm relying on the Shin Megami Tensei Wiki for mini-boss weaknesses, because, yeah, that's annoying, but at least I can see what what her gun looks like. That's pretty cool.
Persona!
Let's try Makajama. Doesn't work? Okay, then. And you have Ryuji's weakness. Well, okay, good, at least I had Evade Win there, but I'm gonna have to swap him out for maybe Yusuke after this. Actually, wait, no, I'm allowed to swap party members during anyone's turn, now that I've maxed, oh yeah, except it's the current person who swaps out. Okay, I have to wait till Ryuji's turn to do that, but yeah, gotta remember that now that I've maxed Hifumi. Let's just shoot you with an arrow then. And yeah, so sorry about this, Ryuji, but I'm gonna have to swap you out.
Backing up. Fox, advancing.
I don't think that, this thing's immune to freezing. I already have Mataru Kaja up, so let's go ahead and use our Master Kaja. And Nanta's got a lot of endurance too. I might actually keep him for the foreseeable future. Okay, going next.
Persona!
You have that big magic boost, plus nuke boost and Freydine. Oh, you can Diarahan yourself. Interesting.
Manifest!
Yeah, so Ailment's probably the way to go, just not Shock. I just kind of had the wrong idea with those. So let's see if I can get Freeze. I kind of had a feeling you'd resist that, actually. No, but you know what? In this case, maybe I'm just going to go ahead and use Charge on somebody. Charge you up. Joker's health is actually a little low, though, so for once, Makoto's going to heal.
I'm grateful.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I was hoping for a dodge there. just try to hit it. You know, it would be really cool if I got Yusuke and Arn Showtime here. Just saying, game. Still no freeze. Okay, then. Well, how about charge triple down? There we go. Okay, yeah. Probably could have one-shot it with that from the beginning, but yeah, that fight went badly because the Shin Megami Tensei Wiki betrayed me. Again.
What losers? Criminal trials are but a gamble to be won, and us prosecutors arrange the gambling table.
So, yeah, pretty much how it is in Japan a lot of the time.
Hence, losses are unacceptable. We must win, even if it has to be on false charges.
I feel like this kind of mentality might originate from just the fact that people are so pressured to succeed in their jobs all the time. And yeah, in this case, they're just pressured to win cases, even if the defendants are innocent.
Are you serious, sis? Why won't you answer me? Mako-chan.
Don't think such a petty trick could defeat me. I may have to acknowledge your skills. If you can make it up to the manager's floor, that is.
She thinks the trials which shape the outcomes of people's lives are nothing more than gambles?
It just goes to show just how much she thinks things are rigged against her succeeding, really.
I wish I didn't have to hear that from Sai-san herself.
Sis is completely distorted. We have to stop her quickly.
This whole dungeon is kind of like the world's most epic intervention.
We all feel the same way. There's no time to waste. She mentioned something about a manager's floor, right? Let's try heading up there. We'll change Niijima-san's heart for sure.
The next floor is not the manager's floor, though. It's the high limit floor. Which I still think should have been called the high rollers floor, but oh well. I'm embarrassed that it took me so long into my life to realize that high roller was like a casino term and it literally refers to rolling dice. And here it's called high rate floor.
Out of the way.
Beyond this point is the high limit floor.
That sounds like Kaiji Tang.
Do you have a reservation?
I said out of the way!
We shouldn't cause a scene.
Ryuji's like, my fist has a reservation with your face.
Do you have a reservation?
It seems there is some kind of requirement we must meet before we can access this high-limit floor.
Even though we got the coins?
It must be related to my sister's cognition in some way.
I can't imagine how, though.
Her cognition. Essentially, Sai-san needs to think of us as being allowed to enter, correct? Huh. Now, this casino is the courthouse in reality. So that floor must be a place only authorized personnel are given access to. I would say it has to be the courtroom.
You really are an ace detective.
He's come to understand the workings of the cognitive world so quickly.
Well, I was just like that too, right?
I had the hardest time trying to get you to understand, Ryuji.
Maybe you just sucked at explaining.
That aside, how are we going to get into the courtroom? Ryuji, go piss off the police.
Forgot about that, wow.
Hell no!
We just need to attend a trial. Still, how are we supposed to know which trials my sister will be attending?
Leave that to me. I have some connections that come to mind.
Well, this is gonna save Futaba having to hack her details again.
I will contact you once I manage to arrange a time. We should return to the real world for today, though. Well, see you all at the courtroom.
One of those times where you can say, see you in court, and it's actually appropriate. You aren't forced to leave the palace immediately, though, but I'm gonna do that.
Very well.
It feels like a little bit of a waste, though, since I have an alarm active right now. Actually, you know what? I probably should make use of this alarm while I'm here.
Do you need something?
I doubt I'll be able to get anything hugely impressive right now.
You okay with this?
But Dakini is important because it's actually my ticket to getting high counter onto Seth. It means I have to give up a Nunta though, who's... Again, I was saying I might keep a Nunta for a while. Oh, and I can't even pass down Frey to you. Ugh. But my only other option for Dakini is Byakko, which is maybe even worse. And of course, I need to remember to register everything. Or I could instead go for this, which is more like a straight upgrade on Atropos, who's pretty much unfortunately past her use-by date at this point, even though that sounds really cruel. So I find it funny that Queen Mab starts with Burn Boost despite having no fire skills, but that will change in a few levels. Yeah, I really don't need Makara-Khan. And there's Archidyne. Oh, wow, Jatayu turns into Oro Masuku. That's amazing for a persona that I don't care about.
The resulting
This will be its new... Assume your new form.
In fact, I haven't used Yusuke's duplication yet for today, have I? I'm going to use it on this. Maybe I can just buy back a Nunta.
Choose which skills to inherit.
I don't think I'll do that.
Well, it is what it is.
And I'll sacrifice Orlov to you to hopefully get you high counter if this isn't an accident. It looks like it was?
Well now, a most unexpected turn of events.
That's not the worst thing in the world. I can very easily get sacrifice fodder for you later.
Joker.
I almost forgot, before I leave, I need to do my duplication for today. Give me another Oro Masuku. In fact, I'm going to put that on Bugs right now.
Beautifully executed.
Because that gives me double Oro Mars with internal hypnosis. I suppose I can get rid of that. And I just noticed I just crossed 100 hours of playtime.
Then...
Kind of a perfect time to be leaving this palace and temporarily returning to the real world, but will only be for, about half a day. Because tomorrow you will automatically do a story event that will unlock the next part of the palace. Disable the dice game sheet. Disable the slot machine sheet. Yeah, the final half of the palace is not even that hugely long. There are just 2 more games we need to win, and both of them are somewhat short. Actually, one of them is kind of longish, but the other's very short, so it sort of averages out. Now, tonight we can call Kawakami and actually do a nighttime activity in between our palace visits. And here's the thing where I'm going off script, because the guide went to Mementos today, which would have opened up Hanged Man and Devil for more rank ups, but I won't have access to them today because, yeah, I went to the palace instead of Mementos. Now, something kind of interesting happens with this section, because if you reach the barrier in her palace before a public holiday, then you will still have a trial the next day, despite the fact that public holidays aren't supposed to have trials scheduled on them in Japan. And that's actually commented on by the characters if that happens. She may be our enemy, but I do sympathize with her in that regard, so Saya is the Camus of the palace targets. Yeah, true, Saya kinda is our enemy right now. course, according to the stickers in her palace, she is everyone's enemy.
We really can't fail this time. Let's go about this carefully. After we go to the courtroom tomorrow, we should head straight into the palace.
Yeah, so as Morgana's saying, you are locked into doing the palace the next day when you reach the barrier. This would be what I bought from the home shopping channel. So some reflecting items.
Oh!
Actually, kind of a good time to be getting those. Hello, Kawakami. Don't mind all this tension. It's because we're, investigating the mind of our future sister-in-law who's gone crazy. Oh, I guess we get to look at this, though. Hi there, Shido again. Okay, so it's officially happening. The party is splitting.
Hey!
That vote of no confidence in Chancellor Valorum's leadership is happening. So the only confidant available tonight is Sojiro, but I feel like it would be awkward to max him out in a palace-focused episode. So instead... Oh, actually, you know, I think this might directly help if I read... I'm so tempted to read game secrets, but I think it's like right at the bottom. Yeah, here we go, knowing the hearts, before we go back into battle.
Close up.
A little inefficient given that we could read this during class, but this is going to ensure that we get these technical conditions before the next time we enter the palace.
Oh!
So, yeah, this book is banned because it's essentially a torture manual. But now we have new technical combinations. In addition to psychokinesis, Confuse triggers technical from gun and wind. I guess wind because it spins them around. Fear is ice, I guess because shivering from fear. Forget electricity, I suppose like a jolt of electricity, you know, jolts you awake, or maybe it could be a reference to shock therapy. Rage, fire, I guess they talk about burning with anger. Despair, curse, well I guess people who are in despair think they're cursed. And brainwash, bless, because Shin Megami Tensei hates the law alignment. But also, yeah, I do feel like the whole brainwash bless combo makes sense, especially with, like, what, you know, Fukurai was doing.
You have your notes?
Oh boy, we're talking about our trials work. That's totally not at all related to what we're doing right now. In fact, just in a few hours. Would it really be murder, or would it be more like involuntary manslaughter or something? Because we didn't think that we'd kill him by doing what we did? How old do you have to be to listen to... Okay, I swear I didn't plan it out this way, but it works perfectly with what we're doing right now. But yeah, it's any age, and that is good for us, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to progress with this palace, and we'd get arrested, because we wouldn't be able to change Saya's heart. Youth crimes were an exception, okay. Oh boy, yeah, that's scary, but considering that we're all youths, then maybe, yeah, the public wouldn't be invited, because it would be a youth trial.
Nice going!
Wow, even you know that. Have to catch them in the act, huh? Yeah. Maybe we're starting to piece together what might have happened in that flash forward.
Okay, let's go.
So yeah, here's an actual courtroom. I've kind of always wanted to sit on a trial.
So this is what the courtroom is like.
But I get the feeling that real-life trials are infinitely more boring than Ace Attorney.
Just being here causes my body to tense up.
Well, yeah, I can see why if, you know, the public wants to arrest you.
I'm shocked that Niijima-san could think of somewhere this solemn as a casino.
Well, again, she just thinks this whole place is rigged and unfair.
So Makoto's sis is that lady who's overflowing with the aura of a capable woman.
Haven't you seen her before, though? She was the one who was trying to accuse Sojiro of abusing you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait, no, Futaba was still a shut-in at that point. Although I feel like Futaba... Something in my head tells me she's seen Saya at least once.
By the way, what's this trial about?
A politician who decided to make personal use of government funds.
So this right here might actually be a reference to that crying Japanese politician meme that Madarame's breakdown was also a reference to.
I read about that in a magazine. He went on a vacation with his mistress to some fancy hot springs.
Because yeah, that politician's case in real life did involve hot springs.
Aren't politicians supposed to be loaded? Why'd he mess with our tax money?
Also, this is one of the few times where I actually hope that he was on the receiving end of a generic hot spring scene, because that would be karma.
Playing with other people's cash is a total
The thing is that Joker knows that not all of them are corrupt because he's met Yoshida at this point.
This may sound odd, but isn't Niijima-san supposed to be busy with our investigation? Does she really have time to be coming to a trial like this?
Supposedly, she was on this case before being assigned to the Phantom Thieves.
Basically, she's overworked.
Normally, another prosecutor would take her place, but Sai-san can be a bit of a perfectionist.
Yeah, I'm sure she thinks if she refused this case, then Winston Payne would end up taking it, or, in this universe, the SIU director.
Hey, how are we gonna get Niijima-san to notice us?
Yeah, she's gotta see us here, and honestly, that's probably a bad thing.
Did you tell her we'd be coming?
I don't think she read the message, though. Do we have a backup plan?
Hey Ryuji, yell that you're a Phantom Thief!
Not exactly, but I'm sure she'll notice us eventually.
And there it is.
I noticed a lot of students here, but is that a Ketchi-kun? And Makoto? Now that I think about it, there was a message about her coming.
Oh, you actually did notice the message.
That doesn't matter for now.
See? It's almost time to begin.
All right. Niijima can see now that we're allowed in the courtroom.
And now we can leave and not get bored to death by this trial.
This should let us enter that high-limit thingamajig. Let's head over to her palace once the trial's over.
Stay in the bag, damn it!
What are you, Nebby? And yes, straight back in. We thankfully are spared from how that trial ended.
You didn't forget anything, did you? Okay, let's begin.
Are you giving me the player snark for forgetting to equip your gun? And yeah, I didn't have a chance to do another alarm reading, but it should be fine. Okay. Let's just jump straight to the members floor. We can really go to anywhere with an elevator.
We're here.
Actually, are you saying anything new now that we've unlocked the barrier?
Hey!
Maybe it'll change once we actually go past the barrier. Yeah, it looks like the presents are a one-time thing. Even leaving the palace and coming back doesn't respawn them. Let's go high roller, baby. I'm still gonna always call it that. I just high limit, high... whatever this thing said. What was it again? High rate, there we go. Yes, oh, it says victory now. But it kind of makes sense to have a big sign saying defeats are awaiting most people who go to the high limit floor. No, that's what happens if somebody kills your shadow. Now this room right here, there is a safe room in here, but before you go anywhere, you actually want to check here because this whole section I think is new to Royal. House of Darkness, and over here we have Battle Arena. Well, you know that I would say that I love me some battle arenas, but not really, because I'm typically not an arena guy in Fire Emblem. Just find it too risky, usually. I think there's actually a chest around here, too.
Oh?
But yeah, the final will seed is around here.
This is Will Seed. I'll be taking this.
So we can actually do this now, surprisingly early. And I'll still bring Yusuke for this, and I want to bring Makoto because she might have its weakness. Once again, there's a chance that I'm going full gambler's fallacy here, and trusting the Shin Megami Tensei Wiki one more time and hoping that it'll have a redemption arc for me, because according to it, this thing is weak to nuke. Like most of the Will Seed Guardians past Madarames, I don't remember much about this besides what it turns into. Ready as possible? Well, don't remember it being that bad. And yeah, this thing right here, this is the unused model of a shadow in this palace from the vanilla game that is used in Royal. Like how they say, go back. But yeah, that thing is Baal. Or, as it's called here, Reviled Dictator. It also has a bit of a different design than it did. Like, in some games, I think it's pale-skinned with a purple headdress.
Let's go.
So, yeah, I want to see if this thing is, yeah, weak to nuke or not. I can Mataru under it, though. I have everything except a defense buff right now. Okay, it is. So, finally, the Shin Megami Tensei Wiki is actually good for something. And yet, the main reason why I brought Yusuke is because of this. In fact, I don't think we've shown his, like, super baton pass skill yet. Deadly Fury. Which did way less than I thought it would, but I guess this thing is relatively defensive. Okay, it is going next. I hope it doesn't do anything painful. It is attack debuff, though, and we are evasion buffed, so it shouldn't be too bad. Magarudine. I like how it drinks from its chalice. It just happens to have Joker's weakness, didn't it? Okay, then, that's a slight problem.
This is my other self.
What if I got burn on that? It's not great. I suppose you can charge instead. Okay, good. Joker's got another attack, which means I'm probably set here. I forgot to buy back Ananta, though, which means I don't have nuke on you.
Don't rush it.
So you're next. So I guess I can... Never mind. Well, firstly, I want to equip something that's not weak to wind. And then let's get rid of your buffs.
Persona! That's our queen.
And even though I could get actually, no, finishing you with Makoto's finisher would have been fitting for this palace, but I want to see how much damage this does with charge.
We'll crush them.
Baton pass complete. Up next, our powerful attack.
Finally!
Let's go. Come. We must bring grace to this battle.
The sharper the thorn.
Beauty is deadly. The pinnacle of beauty.
I think I've probably got my thumbnail right there. But finally, and it's going to give us a lot of level ups too. Oh, wow, only 2 level ups, really? But yeah, so that in English is called the Kabuki Kid, named after the Karate Kid, obviously. Well, karate, more accurately. In Japanese, the main reason why I've been waiting to talk about this one is that in Japanese, that Showtime is named after a not safe for work film. That's all the wiki listed as, is a not safe for work film. Which is oddly fitting for Yusuke, for a Yusuke and Arn team up. I almost feel like, canonically, Yusuke chose that name for the attack, not even realizing what it was, or not really realizing the implications of choosing that name. But we have the Crystal of Envy now, which is, from what I remember, not exactly the best...
The last will seed. Sorry, sis, but I'm taking it.
...of the will seed accessories. The fact that I don't directly remember what it does should tell you something. Oh, it does give Master Kukaja. Oh yeah, I believe it turns into an ability called Gambler's like something like Gambler's Foresight or something like that. But
I have something.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think its powered up version is very good. I think it gives you like an automatic, like either like a charge or concentrate buff or something. Like it's pretty good. We'll see that eventually. But for now, I'm gonna go to the safe room here.
This place.
And it's a new day, so I can ask Yusuke to duplicate another skill card. I'm very tempted to just duplicate Auto Masuku again. So before we do anything, we have to check in with this guy. Proverbial Gambling Paradise. Usually places called Paradise tends to be not all they're cracked up to be. That's an understatement. Well, don't we get 2,000 though, because we have that second one, the Tanaka Taro card? Okay, map get. There's a lot of maps in this place. Huh, really?
How do you mean?
No need for a card, huh? Yeah, I'm with Futaba here. But I do want to check out...
Joker.
Oh, I can't actually check out the prizes here, but I can grab that and accidentally stick the camera in a wall. I can also grab this. And nice of them to leave these extra coin presents for us. Even the doors. Okay, I will say I love this. Like, I love how this thing is full of cards.
Oh.
You know, actually, one thing that I do want to say here, recording this palace is making me like it a lot more. Yeah, I don't think it's still on my higher end of palaces overall. No, I refuse to listen to you, Akechi. But I do like it more than I used to. Luck +5. Yeah, I prefer the slight extra boost in magic. I feel bad for not using the Great Thief Stick in a while. But if you look at the map, you'll see that there's a horizontal staircase.
Isn't that...
It's the Scales of Justice.
Yes.
Well, I guess we need to get all of the jurors to put not guilty fires in one side. Yes, investigating around here. It's not like there could be some machine that does it. Well, this is a high-limit floor. The prize payouts are probably bigger here, and that means if we cheat again, we can guarantee us getting that 100,000 in no time. So let's head back to Mr. Receptionist, though we can just hop down here and get right in his face.
Joker.
Still can't talk to him. I guess we have to investigate all avenues of attack first.
I can see it.
Huh?
Did your manager tell you to kill us or not? No, we just have not enough money. So unlike the previous area, you actually can't do these out of order. But you can hit up this safe room while you're here. Feels a little pointless given there's already a safe room in like one room across, but still, I mean, I guess this mostly exists just kind of for lore purposes, like the fact that this is probably where people go to prepare for their arena fights.
Hey!
Still no new line, huh?
Okay.
So yeah, we are totally locked out of this place, so we are forced to go first to the... well, you're not even a treasure. Actually, I think the other one probably was, but I'll get that later. Go to the House of Darkness. Well, good thing we have someone who uses Bless skills with us. Puzzling Labyrinth in the Dark.
What was that?
Yeah, well, it makes sense these people won't kill us because we are possible sources of revenue for them. Although, let's not tell them that if they did kill us and steal all our yen, they'd probably make more than most of the gamblers here are making them. Yeah, so this is one of those, some of you may die, but as a sacrifice, I am willing to make situations. So we're forced to run the death course ourselves. Well, that's not much of a big deal because we run death courses all the time. A straightforward maze with dim lighting. So really, this is just normal dungeon exploration. And your entry fee is 1,000. How convenient. If we win this, we'll have exactly enough to enter the arena. Yeah, unlike the other gambling games where the worst that can happen is you getting addicted, here you can actually die, so...
Is there a safe room nearby?
Obviously, the prize payouts are a little bigger than usual. And once again, we have yet another one of these probably kind of pointless safe rooms. And let me guess, Morgana's still saying the same thing? He is.
Yep.
And with that, I think I will end things here, and next time we will be exploring the House of Darkness. See you all then.